So basically, what the Oracle's doing here is kind of spelling out all the things you need to do to get the golden ending.
Exactly, yeah.
I know very little about the
So yeah,
afterlife.
that's one thing to actually say as
I
well.
can
Like there is a
only
quick way of
advise what it
of
comes
beating
to
this game, and
events.
like as Neil said, like you basically have
The druid
there is a
speaks.
point where you can decide, okay, I'm either getting the full beans, full
They
ending,
might
or I'm
eat
getting
you,
the quick one where
or
you
they might
basically storm the
destroy
castle,
you,
get the princess, and get the fuck out.
like their island.
But as you said,
The
that's like
druid's
you
nature
don't really
is
get the
hidden
full story.
in the
Um,
mists.
You
I
don't
don't
even
even the
get a
full story.
you don't even get a you win at the end of it. Like they basically just
Except to
detail
keep
all the
the
things that you
peace.
missed in the game whilst
Yeah,
it's like, oh well done, you did this, but
It
you
is
didn't do this, you
water
didn't do
from the
this, you failed to
sacred
do this, you
pool.
couldn't do this, you didn't do this. You're like,
That
okay.
and the
which is funny
blessing
because like so I do the full way, which is probably why we're going to be
Thank
here
you,
for so
great
long. But
oracle.
but I suppose like that's the whole point, isn't it? We need to be the hero. It's this is the point of the game. Um but the hilarious thing is that in the credits it basically tells you oh hey, if you want to play this game again, see what happens when you do this instead. It's probably worse than what you just had, but it's interesting nonetheless. So yeah, so that's again now we have our bit of direction now for the rest of the game. But what's interesting is when we come up to
Alexander
the
pulls
map,
out his magic map.
something else has appeared on the map. Hmm.
What is this, some kind of magic map?
Some sort of
Another island has
creature
appeared
from
on
the
the magic
sea?
map.
A sea
Alexander
creature?
wonders if it has anything to do with the oracle's reference to the
But yeah, so again,
druids.
that's another one of the second flags. Like once the Oracle mentioned the Druids, you can now go to the Isle
Alexander
of the
feels a
Mists
strange
that has the
pulling
Druids on them.
sensation.
Now, we don't particularly need to do business with them just yet, but we need to pick up a couple of important items in the meantime. So we shall have a little preview, as it were.
From the northeast come the sounds of mysterious
The drums and chanting
drums
have
and
been
chanting.
provided by Gabriel Knight, Sins of a Father.
Mysterious-looking volcanic
I mean,
rocks
in fairness,
dot
that
this
would have been in
island.
production around the same time as this. So yeah,
Yeah.
then
The
definitely
ocean
yeah.
is only
Dig,
visible
dig,
for a
dig,
few feet
dig, dig,
before it
dig,
becomes
dig.
shrouded in mist.
Trio.
Wow, these islands of mist they're misty.
From the east
Sorry,
come the
it's
sounds of
not wow, Neil.
mysterious
It's
drums and
zounds.
chanting.
So you have to use the correct
A
colloquialisms.
communal fire pit occupies the place of
Zounds.
honor in the center of the little village. The fire pit, naturally enough, contains coal.
Yeah, I just got to check there.
Coal
So
is
Gabriel
important.
Knight was
That's
released in
odd, because
1993.
Alexander
So around
definitely
about the same
smells
time
the
as the
smoke of an
re-release of
open
this on
fire
CD-ROM,
close
wouldn't it have
by.
been?
Yeah. So that's what we're playing here at the moment. So like this game would have been done on VGA initially, and then the CD-ROM version had updated
Alexander
portraits of the
reaches over the
characters.
fire
Yeah,
pit
this is
and
the
takes a
CD-ROM
lump of
version we're playing
coal.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
A horned animal skull is on
Yoink.
display in the center of the
Yeah,
village.
mine.
Based on its central location,
Um,
it may perhaps serve as
yeah. So like
ceremonial
like the
protection against
1993 was a
danger.
busy old year for Sierra. Because
A
I'm just checking my
wooden
list here to
emerald
see what we
sign
got
hangs
next.
against a bearskin on
Yeah,
one
they
of the
released
tree
six
houses.
games in 1993.
God damn.
Now, two of them were as publishers, but even then, that's a fucking all their staples came out in 1993,
Alexander
Mm-hmm.
takes the sign.
pretty much.
Whip
From the
aside.
east come the
Year.
sounds of mysterious
With
drums
sides,
and
yes.
chanting. A bearskin hangs in the trunk of one of the tree houses.
And then, yeah, they really
The
start tapering off
corresponding
towards the
word
end of
looks
that
worn, if a bit
end of
streaked.
that decade. Oh my God. We will discuss that when the time comes. But yeah, obviously, one like
From the
of the
northeast come the
various
sounds of
playthroughs that you'll be
mysterious
seeing soon on the
drums
channel,
and
folks,
chanting.
is Click the Thing where we play Broken Sword 2. And
Alexander pulls out his
those who
magic
know,
map.
a piece of coal can be very useful in that game, especially when it
Alexander
comes
feels
to
a
goats.
strange pulling sensation.
Do you think you need a leap card to use a magic map, Neil?
Gotta make sure it's topped up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you don't want to get to a stage where you've been using the magic map too much, and you have to put some more money into it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small bottle on the coffee table. It bears a label
I've seen
that
this
reads,
movie before.
"Drink me."
Okay.
I mean, I
I don't
do
see.
with
I don't see how this could go wrong at all.
the no, literally, and like nothing bad can happen with doing this. I see absolutely no consequences to the action I'm about to
Alexander
take.
searches the bottle for a clue about the potion inside, but remains unilluminated. Alexander decides to swallow the potion in the bottle labeled
Uh-oh.
"Drink Me" to see what happens. Suddenly,
Oh no!
his vision
Who knew that
fades
I'd
to
spend my
black.
final moments here, amongst the
His
baby
lungs
lettuce?
become too heavy to breathe. His heartbeat slows.
And now we come to the most dramatic death scene of them all. Oh well.
Then beats no more.
Rest in peace. Bring on the next contestant. Oh, boo.
Suddenly, his heart takes a lurch, then beats strong.
And I thought this game was being benevolent and killing off the annoying main character.
Fucking hell, he
His
really milked
chest
that, didn't
heaves
he?
like that
Talk
of a
about
newborn.
drama prince. Am I right? Am I right?
Uh-huh. Lemon
His vision
Goldski.
clears,
Huh?
and Alexander feels fine.
Oh my god. Swear to God, that press conference actually made my bones cringe. I genuinely did not think it was possible for my bones to wince, but they fucking did, you know? I was like,
And who said Germans aren't funny, eh?
I'm fucking anti-funny.
The little bottle contains some sort of potion and bears a label saying "Drink me."
So yeah, so that
Forward of it.
that drink me thing is basically a way of faking your death if we ever need it.
Yes,
Which is
and we will
a
need it
thing
for
to
a
have.
future moon logic puzzle, as we shall point out now. Well, not now.
Yes. Later. When it is time. But yeah, so I reloaded it just in case Sierra pulled off that bullshit where like, oh no, the bottle is empty. You can't use it anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
that's the thing, yeah.
I'm preempting that one just in case.
Yeah, but not even Sierra would like, you have to use this at a particular point without knowing what it even fucking does. And given that it's an Alice in Wonderland thing, you would be assumed that it does what it does in the story of Alice in Wonderland, you know? Whereas
Yeah, that's what I was expecting as well, but it did not.
Contemplating something else. The lump of coal shall be sent to the Castle of the Crown under my name, and that's all there is
So
to it.
again, we've let the two queens
No, it
where they were
shall.
last time, and now was arguing over a piece of coal.
It shall. If the coal is
shall.
sent in your name, I shall royally decree a ban on all.
I mean, what an
grain on
adequate
this
description of
isle.
American politics.
You do, and I shall royally decree that white shall be henceforth used for all mopping up of cabbage stew. You wouldn't
The
dare.
plot twist is that both of them are libertarians.
Oh, wouldn't I? Oh, it's you! Have you thought of any more of those brilliant
Yes,
ideas
ma'am.
of yours?
I think I think of an idea called the Republic. It was like, you sicken me. Horses, kill him. Bishop to Queen, fuck.
I found the two of you.
We're giving it to the
white
white one. Whoop.
so that you can
Yeah.
stop fighting over the one you have.
Oh, let me see. A lump of coal.
Do you think actual monarchs get really excited when they see stuff like coal?
Marvelous.
Like, do you know how like, you know, like, yeah, you get like, you know, storybooks about like princes and knights and everything, all chivalrous like that. I think princes and knights should have like, you know, storybooks about like working class people.
That settles
Like,
everything.
instead of like, you know, we're talking about like it's instead of having like, oh, here's a story about like young George the prince. Here's young Billy the miner.
Incredible boiled egg.
It's like one of the young fucking princes like really wanted to go to Lewisham to see or to go to the Harrow to see the mines.
Let me see that lump of coal, Your Highness. It is a beauty, isn't it? Why, it's bigger than my lump of coal.
As you can see, the Red Queen is a lot more British than the other one.
My dead body, Your Highness. It's my lump of coal, and it is indeed larger and much grander. Just look at that sheen. I demand you exchange with me immediately.
Okay, I've done my bit. Do you think the horses ever get sick of the arguments?
Oh,
I feel the horses really do kind of get on, you know?
The spoiled egg has a slightly yellowed shell that bulges in spots from the pressure of the gases inside.
I mean, it seems appropriate considering that like they both got really, really excited for a piece of coal that they think a spoiled egg is an adequate prize for dealing with what was the most social faux pas of all. But yes, we're all just acquiring very crucial plot items for spells later on, which is why we're doing this now, so we can have everything at our disposal. Again, it's very much one of those ones where like you can pretty much do this at any time once you know what you need. But there does appear to be a kind of like an inner checklist of like things that need to happen first before either unlocks a puzzle or it progresses the plot enough to start off said puzzle.
Alexander
So again, I was actually like in hindsight, kind of looking at it from a design point of view, I actually was quite impressed with how they put this game together.
Yeah.
Because I think we've had it like on countless occasions before where like they try to do something like this and it falls flat on its arse. Even actually, what was the spacecraft game we had where like the game pretty much was like just the majority was in that fucking space mall, and you have to like basically go back and forth between all the shops.
Oh, it was so like back and forth, like
really tedious. Where they try to basically open it up and do like three puzzles at one time, but you couldn't solve any of them in any order. There was a specific order to it. It was the illusion of choice there, you know. So we're back in this garden. You may recall that stone archer is very deadly from the last time we were there. The gardener, however, has fucked off, which is an added bonus. Because, you know, he also had the golden eye affliction.
Drawn and fitted with a single stone arrow. Alexander decides to pass through the gate, preparing the shield just in case.
Checkmate.
Shield beats arrow.
The magic arrow completely shatters the shield.
Apparently, the stone archer is like, well, that's my only one. It's all on to you, harpoon guy.
The path through the woods runs through a gated wall here. 2 stone statues stand guard on the gate's lintels. To the north, the path continues on through a hedge of roses and a dainty gazebo.
Now, you will notice as well, like, this area is called the Isle of the Beast, and we have absolutely no point of reference as to why it's called that. Which, thankfully, we're now going to get momentarily.
Alexander takes a magnificent white rose from the rose hedges. Alexander sees... Why would Alexander want to use the scythe on the lovely rose hedges? There's no...
This is me trying to be a good gardener, but game wouldn't let me.
I just want to cut shit to bits.
I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Like, you know, I mean, gardener is right up there with firefighter or dragon as like, you know, cool jobs for kids.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, you did that really quickly. I took a nerve there. It's like...
Oh, the rose hedges are after us.
Yeah.
And now we can cut them down.
Yes, because now the plot demands it now.
The leaves fly as Alexander tries to cut the branches faster than they can grow back together.
That will.
He sees light.
By Jove, he's done it.
He's through.
It's daytime.
Who dares enter Beast's garden?
My name is Alexander.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Isle of the Beast.
And yet, monsieur,
see,
look how I hack my way through your fucking roses right back there.
Yeah, you should be. You deal with that overgrow, like, you know, you don't want to bring out into the
Look,
neighbors.
you actually called us out in the bullshit. You didn't accidentally do this.
You must be a
prince. No one wants to meet the beast. Look at me, I'm so hideous. Oh,
all too well.
The phantom of the beast is
it not?
Well, for the face of a beast,
what a handsome,
noble.
Look at you and your
I'm glad you like
nostrils
it, for
and
you
tusks
look
and
suitable
little sleepy
and
hat.
upright.
Yes, such a
I too was once a
fine
petty
beast.
prince, caring for nothing but adventuring and rescuing fair maidens. But I rankled one too many evil hags. One dark night, I was turned into this obscenity you see before you, warped in shape and trapped on this
Rankled an
enchanted
evil
island
hag.
over 100 years
Is that what you're
ago.
calling it? Yeah.
Surely there is
Yeah.
a way off this
I mean,
island.
okay, if he's been here for like, he's been trapped before, so like they basically named the island after him.
Where
Yeah.
would
It
I
was
go,
like,
clad so
fix him. Like, don't just leave him there. Okay, granted, he's had to get the whole island to himself, which is like, let's be honest, fucking cool. But surely you'd rather like, help this guy out, and then maybe the isle is uninhabited and you can do something with it. But no, it's where the freak lives, and we all must avoid the freak.
If there's any way I can help.
I'm just saying the Green Isles, their laws are stupid, and they should feel bad.
The enchanted barriers were a warning and protection for you more than for me. Your prize for forcing your way past them is to join me in this dire life. By the laws of this sorcery, you are doomed to be trapped in the form of a beast. Your reward for broaching this garden is to be my slave. A slave as beastly as I am. You have only a few hours of humanity left.
But that's not possible.
You see, apparently,
some way to break
Alexander,
the
being an outsider to these
Spells
Western
always
Isles, has
have a
brought
weakness
this new
somewhere.
crazy thing from Daventry called optimism. You have to say the results so far have been rather effective.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm afraid it was only her final bitter joke. You see,
maybe that's what's wrong with everyone in the Green Isles. It's just that they're all just really depressed and just kind of like, well, this is the place. This is the way it's always been. I'm not going to change it. It's kind of pointless, really. I don't know why they have all Birmingham accents, but it just seems to
I
suit.
shall try to find such a maid. For Casima's sake.
Why would they go anywhere? They're all shit.
Determined of you. I personally
Just keeps
would not
raining
waste
every
my
day.
last few hours as a man on an impossible errand. However, you may do as you please. I give you this token. It's my family ring, and the only
Would you
heir
able
I
to
have
catfish a woman
If
for me?
perchance you should-
I'm
If
lonely,
think
you
have
see.
found a maid.
I shall give her
I keep
this
lying
ring.
about my age on plenty
She must
of
accept it
feasts,
of her
but
own
it doesn't seem to work.
By doing so, she accepts me. Not that you shall find anyone, mind you. Your time is short. Count the minutes on your fingers, while your fingers you have, pretty prince. Your master will await you.
See, I love as well that the Sierra's like, designed this place to be really kind of idyllic and go like, see, we didn't give you this maze, did we? Huh? That would be fucking terrible if you gave me that maze, you little fuckers. I think what they should do in future is if Sierra ever design games again, they should do all the classics from their games. So they have to have at least 3 mazes, all really annoying and clunky in design. They need to have an object of some description that you have to pick up in the first 5 minutes for the finale, and it doesn't come into play until then. And if you don't have it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like imagine nowadays, imagine just have a point and click game where like it does all the dick moves of the past, and just watch every modern reviewer like piss their proverbial pants about it. It's like, it's really bad design.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I imagine that's how IGN customers and reviewers sound. Just guessing, really.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
If you had a magic map, Neil, where would you go?
Probably the Isle of Mists. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah. We haven't seen much of it now, in fairness. I think there's still a bit of an air of mystery to it, I think. I know, I think I'll go to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain and keep annoying the Greeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still touching your stuff. Look at me, I can fly. Ooh.